What we do here is go back.
And here is my problem with the video. You mentioned the dev kit, even though that will be giving over property to their bloody opponents, who could probably do whatever they want to that dev kit. Another thing is, Sony is spending money out of their own pocket for these exclusives. It is Sony's choice to do this.
Right, shut the fuck up a minute. So Lewis789 is a 17 or like 18-year-old, I'm not sure how old he is now, from Grimsby. And Lewis is well known for dancing around his room like a quirky ballerina with Down syndrome. Now, why am I making this video, you're probably fucking asking yourself? Well, I'll be completely honest with you here, I don't fucking like him. I think he's a bit of a cunt. His opinions are just fucking biased and fucking wrong. And nobody's really made a fucking video on him yet, so here's where I come in. Now, if you think this video is classed as bullying or harassment, go get a fucking life, so don't even try to pull that fucking card on me. If you want to dislike, you can do what you fucking want, leave a mean comment. If I'm being honest with you, it really doesn't do a fucking thing. All it really does is just boost his ego, and a bit of mine as well, because it's funny to watch you fucking complain. So, without further ado, let's get right into content. Nuke Lewis789. So before Lewis had the balls to come out of his shell, he would upload videos of him basically in his room lip-syncing different sounds he found on TikTok.
Yeah, I've been seeing all this, so I wrote a song, and this one goes out to you. $5, here you go!
Or dancing to them.
Open up your eyes, real wide, 'cause deep in time I got a real surprise.
Personally, in my opinion, I reckon that takes way more balls than just ranting about Activision and fucking fairies. Ah yeah, that's it. Ranting.
Into withdraw from the UK market. They are fucking not. Everyone shut the fuck up. Everything will be sexualised no matter what.
So nowadays, Lewis just likes to rant about random stuff, whether it's random events or news he finds in the media that he's interested in. The problem with him doing this, though, is 99% of the time, he's either been a really fucking stupid human being about it.
So there's obviously a thing we're going on PlayStation right now. Apparently there's a lawsuit going out. It's probably fake.
Or he just has the wrong outlook about it.
Anything, people should be suing Xbox as well then if this is the case.
So in doing this really makes him just look like an absolute brain-dead pigeon. Or if you even want to say, a biased cunt. With the multiple videos of him looking like he's done a full line of coke, this has resulted in him getting called a school shooter.
Messed up my own intro. Yeah, I want to talk about all these comments that I'm getting. I'm a school shooter.
Lewis claims that he does not care about these school shooter insults.
You really think that shit was going to work on me? Because I didn't really care what you call me. It's your opinion.
However, this is absolute bullshit, as if you called him it in real life, he would tend to act out in very violent ways.
If I'm a school shooter to you, then I'm a school shooter to you. Deal with it.
I found this.
Now, personally, I never actually heard him get called a school shooter in the time I went to school with him, but I more heard him get called a bulldozer baguette. This is because in school, when he would start Naruto running, I'll get more on that in a bit, he would end up looking like a bulldozer on a full dose of heroin. He would also do this while chasing this lesbian called Emma. In the lockdown of 2020, Lewis789 gave his opinions on the BLM riots after the killing of George Floyd.
If you don't like what I'm talking about, don't watch this. It's about Black Lives Matter. George Floyd was a black man that was strangled to death via knee for 8 minutes.
However, all this led to was Lewis sounding like he was diverting the whole meaning of the term Black Lives Matter by saying what happened to George Floyd also happens to white people.
So, as I said above, many white men have actually died from this as well. But no one talks about those because it's obviously white people.
Which made him look like he was taking the sides of All Lives Matter, which was not the point of the BLM riots. Lewis also claims that he does not like racists.
Or being racist, which I will never accept on my page. If you are being racist, you are instant blocked, no chances, no nothing.
Yet he associated with this dirty bastard, James Maxwell.
We go to jail. What? It's the most likely to go to jail. How do you feel about almost killing your friend then?
I'm going to suck your dick.
Good to know, anyway.
Who verbally told a Latvian girl to quote-unquote go back to her country. Yet in another TikTok he claims that this Latvian girl is also his friend.
So, quick shout time. I'm going to shout out some of my friends who are going to be down here. They are my good friends. They're really nice and really friendly in real life.
So you let the person that you are also friends with tell your other friend to go back to her country. And don't worry, I reckon Lewis was aware of this happening, as Maxwell would tend to do it even when there was crowds around him. As of recently, Lewis has started to claim that he is a quote-unquote bisexual trans. And although I do believe he is bisexual...
So, to understand the concept of my last video, yes, I am now coming out on TikTok. I am bisexual.
He's definitely not a fucking trans person. Like, mate, I have seen him at college before, and I can confidently say with chest, right, that he has not fucking transitioned, and that he will never fucking transition. Changing your pronouns as she/her, and changing your name to Lois does not mean that you're a fucking woman, mate. Like, if I started going around and saying that my name was fucking Karina and that I was a girl, I'd probably get called fucking mentally ill. I'm sorry to tell you this, mate. You are mentally ill. You may not know this, but Lewis is actually friends with a nonce. Callum, full name Callum Atkins, has been caught multiple times chatting up people under the age of 16, despite being over the age of 18. Uzlot started seeing this behaviour after he started dating a girl called Jess, who was in year 9 while he was in year 11. And although back then legally it was fine, we have reason to believe he was dating her after he left school and after he turned over the age of 18. He was also caught multiple times chatting up year 7s while he was in year 11 as well. In the end, this led to him getting battered twice in the head by Kyron. Pray for him, he got dandruff on his hands when he did that. This led to Lewis coming up to Kyron and strictly asking him, quote unquote,
"Please don't hit my friend, it will make me mad if you do it again."
He got told to fuck off, and to this day he is still friends with Mr. Pedo Atkins. Fucking hell, you know it's bad when Lewis's personal lesbian magnet doesn't fucking like him. For year 8 or year 9, Lewis was in a swimming lesson and ended up shitting himself in the swimming pool. Back to Maxwell. So as I've already said, Lewis is friends with Maxwell. And Lewis has also claimed that he does not like people who sexually abuse people. Yet Maxwell has had multiple accusations of trying to rape people, whether that's in cadets or the school he went to. If there was more content regarding Maxwell, I would make a bigger content nuke than what I'm doing on this fat fuck. So, Lewis is a furry.
I am a furry.
Now what concerns me more about this is that he would casually go up to people and tell them that he is a furry. Like, the confidence to go up to someone and do that, as an idea it fucking horrifies me. Like, I could not imagine a group of 24-year-olds in fox suits coming up to me to try have a conversation. Hey, you know what? Put this on my fucking gravestone. I think all furries are paedophiles. Isn't that fucking ironic, eh? You can only wish that he was only a fucking cosplayer, but nope, he is a fucking furry. I mean, there's no other way to explain why he's growling at his mum on Instagram.
Hey guys, Lewis here, also known as Lewis789. As you know me, I am actually kind of funny.
You're fucking not, mate. Now, Lewis's humour is very hard but also easy to understand. You see, Lewis is the same kind of humour as those geeks on fucking Battlegrounds. He tries to get laughs out of people by making himself look like a complete and utter spastic.
Dumb shit with Lewis!
And the problem with him doing this humour is that he fails fucking miserably at doing it. In certain videos, Lewis will purposely say that what he's about to do is going to make him look like an absolute complete twat.
You are now going to witness what my brain thought would be funny.
And in the end, he just ends up looking like a weirdo. Here's a little advice for next time, Lewis. This humour is funny when the person doing the act is not aware that they look like a complete fucking special needs kid, and are doing this spontaneously, not because they thought it'd be funny. In his science lessons, while the teacher was talking, everyone would be like basically just quiet because they were listening to the teacher explain where to put the Bunsen burner and where to put the pot of fucking water. This would then give Lewis a chance to blurt out a very cringy dad joke that has the same amount of toxicity as a full pump of diesel. And by the caption of this section, you can probably guess how everyone used to react to these jokes. As you can tell, Lewis is also an anime kid.
I hit you down with the gun, I got down with the plun. I guess you're bound with the sun, hit you down and just a bun. Got me down, man, ha, no, a grenade. And then I get respawned by my mates. 1, 2, 3, ha, that's how many kills you get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, ha, regret, no bad.
I mean, I can only assume that's what he's fucking singing, because most music artists don't sing their songs like they're a DreamWorks villain who thinks their plan is dead good, when in reality, it's a pile of stale horse shit. Yeah, here's a story, yeah. But when I was stuck in his group, I had to sit there and watch him and these lot do what he just did on that TikTok. Corey, but, you know, you could have just done this thing, like, you could have just fucked off. Well, it was either I stayed in their group and get my head tapped up, like I'm not even joking, like actually like they would tap my fucking head by literally all of them, or sit in the corner by myself and look like a school shooter and get rejected by society. Like bro, I took my fucking chances, I won't even lie with you. Now, appearance. So I've debunked him enough to where I am now morally allowed to take the piss out of him. Now, I would have done this at the start, but if I just started going into how he looked without painting a bad picture of him, which that's a very detailed fucking picture, I would have looked like a massive fucking pussy. Now, to make this fair, since I'm not using Facecam, I will put up a picture of me, so it's fair on both sides. So yeah, here is me. If I'm going to rip into him, then this means you and him get to rip into me. Alright, get creative with these as well. Best insult gets fucking pinned comment. Maybe even 20 quid. So as you will probably realise, Lewis is very proportionally challenged. You know, 747 jumbo jets fear him. He is Alexa's definition of Mackies. He's fat for fuck's sake. Now, with Lewis being the same width as the Manchester Arena, this means in dodgeball he is able to mimic the Donkey Kong charge up from Super Smash Brothers. However, all this results in is just him lobbing the ball at the fucking roof. Shit, what else? Lewis looks like Ardy if he had a life-threatening stroke and listened to Machine Gun Kelly. Or in this one, he looks like the professional if he didn't go through chemotherapy. Lewis's face sort of reminds me of Lego. Because you can literally stack his chins up like it's the fucking Lego Titanic. You also once claimed that you were apparently dyslexic to the colour red. Don't know how the fuck that works, well, you know. But no, don't worry about that, Lewis. All you were really just fucking doing was just looking at your bright red fucking face and your fucking bloodshot eyes. That has resulted from being a fucking mentally unstable insomniac. In his secondary school days, Lewis was, well, as you would call it, an anime weeb. It's basically a given fact that he'll be able to Naruto run. See, I told you we'd get back to it. When he would do this, he would look very similar to a bulldozer, making him stand out a lot. It also didn't help. On occasion, he would start running after this emotionally troubled lesbian like a horse, making him look very reminiscent to the Lloyd's Bank advert. Oh yeah, I've got one more. In this TikTok, he looks like Mike Wazowski if he took too much fentanyl. Now, I hope you've made it this far into the video, because I'm speaking directly to you, Lewis. So here's a friendly reminder, if you didn't know already. The people you used to associate with, i.e. Team Autistic, None of them like you. She's lying. She thinks you're a complete clingy weirdo. She thought you were a freak. He only likes you to get close to that thing. And I learned that there's more to life than just hanging around with the fucking freaks. None of these people ever liked you. And all the jokes they made about you, they weren't jokes, mate. They fucking meant it.
People call me a dumbass? Wow, they wouldn't be wrong.
Oh yeah, by the way, who turned her lesbian, can I just ask? Because it just sort of happened out of nowhere, didn't it? I mean, I wonder what that lad who she accused of rape is thinking about that. Whoops, didn't mean to let that one fucking slip, did I? Oh. Next time, don't ignore me when I'm trying to dig up information on this fact. So here's my final message for you, Lewis. Right, listen to this as well. What I want you to take from this video, that this isn't an act of betrayal or anything like that. Because I stopped fucking associating with you at the end of 2019. And I started not to like you when you said to me face in 021, you can't do detention because of your eye condition. Lewis, if I can sit in a classroom for an hour doing maths, I can sit in a room with a bunch of chavvy kids and do nothing for an hour. Which, bearing in mind, I did dozens of times before you said that to me fucking face. Like, bro, I genuinely do not like you. Like, hold on. Right, listen to these fucking words that come out of my mouth, alright? Hold on, let me drink Coke, right? Hear this? Hear this? This is Coke, right? Hear this, right? And I'll say it properly. I genuinely don't like you. You are a cunt. You associate with fucking dirty little rats who think they're fucking cool for fucking trying to rape people and nonce on kids. You genuinely piss me off, and I hope the worst comes for you in your way of life, you stupid cunt. I don't like anything about you. You're fucking annoying. I hope the worst happens in your life, genuinely.
Oh yeah, and you can show everybody the feature in this video if you want. You know, gives me more fucking views on it.
So yeah, that's the end of the content, Nuke. Don't go to his fucking social media profiles and start just sending him shit, right? Don't tell him to kill himself. That's a bit extreme. I just don't fucking like him, I'll be honest. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another fucking video. See you in a bit.
You are now going to witness what my brain thought would be funny. I am fucking losing my brain cells.